Welcome back to what will be a very quick video guide to Cultist Simulator. If you missed my previous video looking at both a beginner and advanced point of view, you'll find them on the Game Wisdom YouTube channel, and most likely I'll include a link to them down below. For this video, I want to talk specifically about the rites, or summoning things that should not be in our universe. Like all aspects of Cultist Simulator, it can be a little tricky to figure out just what you're doing with them, but I've gotten to the point where I can routinely summon things that may or may not consume my soul. So, if we come over here, you can see my collection of rites. Let's get them all nice and organized here. We don't need this. Get out of there, you. So, the rites themselves, you'll unlock them via books, as well as sometimes some of the events that show up. And they come in different kinds, with, of course, lovely flavor text in the upper right. This one is a fun one that I just got just before I started this. Now, the point about the rites is that it's kind of hard as a new player to know what you're really doing or what the purpose of them is. And while you can read some of the text, it may not be all that informative for you. But that's what the point of this video is for. Here's the kind of the dirty little secret. The rites themselves, at least the basic ones that you find, I don't know if there's some super advanced ones. This one could be a super advanced one because it asks for specific things. But for these generic ones, the rite itself doesn't matter in terms of what's being summoned. What they do is basically take different elements. So, for instance, the rite of the Rebel Striving here requires an offering of an item, so any one of these will count. Every rite will involve an invocation, and this is basically an aspect. Now, the thing about how the rites work is, depending upon what aspects you use, will determine what comes from the rite. But each rite, because it takes different elements to it, such as this one, the Rite of the Watchman's Sorrow, requires a sacrifice of knowledge to do. That will kind of make it easier or harder for you to do specific rites. And the rites themselves will, like I said, have different elements. Some of them can summon a creature that can kill, some may summon a new follower, and others can actually enhance or affect your core stats of health, passion, and reason. So this one, Rites of the Map's Edge, it takes an offering of something. What influence will be taken? So we could take Containment here. But I believe the Sunset Rite may also do it as well. Yes, it does. So, Invocation Assistant offering Desire. This one does not have an assistant, but it takes an instrument. So that's some of these items you find up here. And again, whatever rite you choose will affect which items you're going to put into it. So we're going to do a summon right here, and we're going to bring something to the world. Now, the first thing you can do to kind of help out is put something in the invocation slot. And this will give you a clue as to what you're looking for. Forge is an aspect that transforms and destroys. I could add either Knock or Grail. Come over here. We could add Heart. If I add Knock, I might be able to summon something. Now the weird thing is that Knock is the only one that if you put in, it does not give you any clues. Because Knock itself is kind of the basic element. You're going to need it for any summoning. But if you want clues to everything else, put in another aspect. So you can see if I add Forge, which I don't think we have a Forge here that I can use. Maybe? We have Heart. Yeah, that's not going to do anything here. And that doesn't count as an instrument. Some things are instruments, others are not. That's an ingredient, of course. But right here, with at least 5 Forge and 1 Grail, I could use Forbidden Procedure to return Decrepitude, which is what happens if you don't repair if you have an affliction and you don't repair it, it turns into Decrepitude. So you can use that. But what we're going to do is summon a creature. And to do so, I am going to use... I believe I'm going to be using the Rite... I'm going to use the Sunset Rite. It's the one that doesn't require an instrument. Now, whatever you put into the slot that has this little icon there, it's going to be destroyed. And it says it right there. So I'm going to take this containment, or contentment, and put it right there. And I am going to use my knock again as a basic. Desire is used once you have a 6th mark, and that has to do with your endgame condition. But that's not the point of this video. So now, if I put characters in, the right one will pop up with something. I should really organize these guys better. Let's see, that's Edge. If we put Winter in, here we go, we got something. These are the dead who do not descend or ascend, and this is a voiceless dead minion. Now, if we try something else, let's see, will Moth give us anything? No. Heart, and then if we do Grail. And again, one of the basic ways for you to learn this is simply by playing around yourself. And some of the people you can summon can be used to unlock new knowledge. Alright, so that's Grail, and does... I don't think Heart does anything. No. So in that case, and that's just me accidentally misclicking here, let's do our summon. And again, as long as you're using someone that doesn't consume an element, you can just keep trying summons of every kind that you want. And feel free to mix and match, because these do not create notoriety for you, which is really nice. Alright, so let's do it for real now. And it begins. And just to continue my play, I'm going to get more of these. Oh, perfect. Just in time for an Affliction event. Some more. Alright. 12 seconds. Alright, so sometimes what happens is the spirit is rebellious. And you'll need to either use reason to get rid of it, or passion to try and bring it back under you. Or you just let it go. Well, we're going to see if we can make him our servant here. Alright, nothing bad so far. I'm ready for that event. Uh-oh. So he escaped. Oh, and he's going to kill Meme here. Nice. Well, at least he didn't kill me. That's fine. Oh, it didn't do anything. I think that may just be RNG. I think sometimes it will actually destroy whatever it is that it takes. But if it didn't go on a rampage and try to kill everybody, we would have a new minion just like our disciples or the hirings that we get by exploring. And they come with multiple stats, or I'm sorry, multiple aspects that can be used either on expeditions. Sometimes they may be able to teach you something, or you can send them after your enemies. We got lucky here, and that's probably a good time to call this video before I summon something that dooms us all. Which I believe, this right here, it seems like it may just kill everybody. I'm not sure what it's going to do, and I'm kind of afraid to see what happens. But yeah, this is a doozy of a element here. I'll accidentally click and I'll destroy the entire game by accident. That'll be my luck. But sorry, we won't be using the end of the world right here. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. If you have any more questions or any aspects you want me to cover on Cultist Simulator in a future video, let me know. But otherwise, be sure to tune in for daily discussions on game design here, and on game wisdom where we examine the art and science of games. Till next time, have a good night. And as always with these videos, it seems like every time I do something I'd end the video, something else happens. I managed to repeat the rite, and this time it worked. So here is the thing that I was going to summon if it didn't break off and try to kill everybody. But as you can see again, it has multiple stats or multiple areas of different aspects, and it can be used in a variety of tasks. But that's it, so thanks again for watching. Before we get to the credits, just want to give a quick shout out to the fans and supporters over on patreon.com/gwbycer. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Check back around 10 Eastern for regular streaming. If you'd like to suggest games for me to cover or topics to talk about, let me know in the comments below. For a collection of my writings as well as weekly podcasts on design, check out game-wisdom.com. To support the Game Wisdom Patreon, you can find us on there on patreon.com/gwbycer. $1 will get you into our private Discord channel where we talk game topics and more. $5 will get you voting privileges for any major event, including the Saturday Night Grab Bag, Patreon-funded goals, and more. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoy more videos here on the Game Wisdom YouTube channel.